library. In these notes, we're going to learn how to write lab procedures for all of our labs. So first, let's start about some basic rules. So, basic rules for writing lab procedures. Most important, you always start with verbs. Every sentence in lab procedure should start with a verb. And when you write those sentences, keep them simple and short. Only say one thing. Don't write a paragraph when you write a procedure. Simple steps. Next, don't refer to people you write procedures. I shouldn't see the words I, we, student A, etc. Also, use the words record and repeat near the end to keep your steps as few as possible. So, following those, let's see, I think I have, oh yes. Often I find that students want to talk about their hypothesis, or make an conclusion, but don't mention your hypothesis, your conclusion, or, what you think. These are just quick and dirty, the boom, boom, boom. These are the steps you need to do. And then later you can talk about your results as compared to your hypothesis. So, let's give an example, shall we? So, I'm just going to copy this. It's the same size here. That's it. All I want to do is write an example. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't copy down the scenario because I don't think you're going to really care what the scenario is. I would just copy down the procedure I'm going to write. But to give you a scenario, let's say I'm trying to test which running shoe will make me the fastest. Okay, that's what I'm curious. And let's say my hypothesis is if running shoes were tested to see which promoted the greatest speed, then Nike shoes would promote greatest speed because Nike shoes are the lightest. So that's my hypothesis for my scenario. So let's figure out what a procedure would look like to test that hypothesis. So this is the part you're going to maybe want to start copying down as an example because I'm going to follow my rules. So first steps, it's always good to say what you need to collect together. So I'm going to get some Adidas, Nike, and Reebok shoes along with a timer. Then let's say I'm going to run 1 mile around a track. For time. Run 1 mile around track for time. I'm going to record the data. Now, for this particular experiment, since it involves humans, I think it'd be wise to say something like, go home for a week and maintain a normal routine, like how much you sleep or eat or exercise. The thought would be if we did the exact same test 5 minutes later, I've already run a mile, maybe I'm slower. If I did it the next day, maybe I'm slower because I ran hard for a mile the day before. Give it a week, if everything stays constant, hopefully you're setting up the same conditions. So now, I want to repeat steps 2 through 4 for the next brand of shoes. Let's say for each brand, forget that, for each brand of shoes, giving a week's rest in between until all brands are tested. And I'm done. 5 short steps. Everyone starts with a verb. Here's a verb. Verb. Record is a verb. Go is a verb. Repeat. Verb. Notice I made use of the words record and repeat to keep my steps very short. I never talked about people in here. And I didn't care about my hypothesis conclusion because after I do my exam, my lab, then I can talk about how my results did or didn't seem to measure up with what my hypothesis was. So, that's all there is to it.